Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give you 10 latest defense updates. Number 1, AMCA engine development. In a pivotal development for India's aerospace ambitions, a senior official from the GTRE speaking has confirmed that India will seek 100% intellectual property rights and transfer of technology for the engine intended to power the advanced medium combat aircraft. This stringent requirement underscores India's determination to achieve self-reliance in critical defense technologies, particularly in aero-engine development, a domain where the country has historically lagged. Next, Astra Mk2 to become fully operational by 2026. DRDO is advancing its aerial combat capabilities with the Astra Mk2, a beyond visual range air-to-air missile designed to enhance the Indian Air Force operational edge. With a projected range of 140 to 160 km, the Astra Mk2 incorporates cutting-edge technologies, including a dual pulse rocket motor, upgraded guidance algorithms, and an indigenous radio frequency seeker. This missile is slated to achieve operational readiness by 2026. The Astra Mk2 builds on the success of its predecessor, the Astra Mk1, which is already integrated with the IAF's Sukhoi Su-30 Mk1, MKI and HAL Tejas aircraft. While the MKI has a range of up to 110 km and Mk2 extends this to 140 to 160 km, depending on launch altitude, placing it in the same league as advanced global BVR missiles like the AIM-120D, AMRAAM, AMRAAM and PL-15E. Next, India as Asia Pacific hub for C-390 Millennium. In a bold move to deepen its footprints in the Indian defense market, Brazilian aerospace giant Embraer has announced plans to establish a final assembly line for its C-390 Millennium tactical transport aircraft in India, contingent on winning the Indian Air Force medium transport aircraft tender. This ambitious proposal not only aims to meet India's requirement for 60 to 80 jets but also positions India as a potential export, maintenance and training hub for the Asia Pacific region. Next, life-saving remote-controlled buoys to Indian Navy. SAF Automation Services LLP, a pioneering robotics and automation startup based in Visakhapatnam, has made significant strides in maritime safety by supplying over 200 remote-controlled live buoys to the Indian Navy. These innovative battery-powered self-propelled devices, co-engineered with India's Ministry of Defense, have already been credited with saving 10 lives in real-world rescue operations, marking a transformative step in water rescue technology. The remote-controlled live buoy, developed under the innovations of IDEX Challenge for Unmanned Surface Vehicle, is designed to perform swift and safe rescue in challenging aquatic environments including seas, lakes and rivers. Weighing just 12 kg, the buoy is lightweight, portable and equipped with a high-powered battery that supports up to 90 minutes of operation at moderate load and 8 hours of GPS tracking. Next, PM Modi vows firm and decisive action against terrorists. Terrorism is the biggest threat to humanity and India is committed to take firm and decisive action against the terrorists and their backers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on Saturday, against the backdrop of escalating tensions between New Delhi and Islamabad over the horrific Pahalgam terror attack. The Prime Minister made the remark after holding wide-ranging talks with Angolan President João Manuel Goncalves Lourenço. Modi also announced a defense credit line of $200 million for the African nation. Next, Russia calls for settlements of disagreement between India and Pakistan. The Foreign Affairs Ministry on Saturday said in a statement that Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation S.V. Lavrov in a telephonic conversation with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar discussed the terrorist attack near Pahalgam. Lavrov, in his call with Jaishankar, called for the settlement of disagreements between Delhi and Islamabad. Next, Pakistan faces critical artillery shortage. Pakistan's military readiness has come under severe scrutiny, with intelligence sources revealing that the country can sustain high-intensity combat operations for no more than 4 days. The alarming assessment stems from a critical shortage of artillery ammunition, an outcome of Pakistan's arms export to Ukraine and Israel. According to the sources, Pakistan's decision to meet international arms demands, while financially lucrative, has significantly eroded its war-fighting capabilities. The export of vital munition has left key weapon systems without sufficient ammunition, reducing them to little more than sitting ducks in the face of a full-scale conflict. Next, India conducts maiden flight trials of stratospheric airship platform. India on Saturday successfully carried out maiden flight trials of a stratospheric airship platform which is being developed to boost the military's surveillance capabilities. Very few countries in the world have developed such a complex platform, officials said. The flight trial was carried out by the DRDO at Shiopur in Madhya Pradesh. Next, RFP for indigenous Vishwaraj NG system. In a significant push towards self-reliance in defense manufacturing, the Ministry of Defense has issued a request for proposal, that is RFP, to procure 48 launchers, 48 night vision sites, 85 missiles and 1 missile test station for the very short range air defense system, that is Vishwaraj NG, under the Buy Indian category. This acquisition, aimed at enhancing the Indian Army's air defense capabilities, underscores India's commitment to the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Next, India's Akash air defense system. As tensions simmer along the India-Pakistan border, India is placing significant trust in its indigenous Akash air defense system to counter a range of aerial threats, including Pakistani military jets, Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2 drones, and Chinese unmanned combat aerial vehicles like the CH-4 and Wing Lung 2. With Pakistan bolstering its arsenal through acquisition from Turkey and China, the Akash system's versatility and proven capabilities make it a cornerstone of India's air defense strategy. Thank you.